Hello guys, Happy New Year 2026. This is Darcy Ogandaga, host of Reformation Leadership Podcast. And it's so important for us to understand that in 2026, like I've been saying for 3 years about AR, now is the time to really learn how to utilize AR. And I see a lot of people online who are posting about put themselves into cartoon, into cute teddy bear and all this kind of stuff. AI is an amplifier. So AI is to make sure that you automate your business better. So you need to have some automation in place. AI is going to help you to sell better. So you need to have a system to sell in place. AI is going to help you sell your product. So you need to have a product. AI is going to help you send email. So you need to have a CRM. AI is going to optimize or maybe help you create another website. So you need to have a website. So if you do not have something to offer online and have some experience and make sure that you tested what you have to exchange as a service provider, consultant, coach, author, whatever that you're selling online, especially just you learning how to use AI or how to use a prompt, or this is the free 10 ChatGPT prompt, that's not going to help you to make money. What you need to do is to utilize a product, a service that you have, and put AI into it. So this is how you're going to sell. So AI is not just like a fashion thing, like, oh, I'm just going to learn how to use AI, and that's why everybody talk about AI, and everybody posts about this is the tools that you need to do this, the tools to no. How much money have you made since ChatGPT been released? That's a billion-dollar question. I've been monetizing AI from early and mid 2023 because AI didn't start just with ChatGPT. Everything that you see with automation is AI. Some CRM is AI. For some people use Zapier before. Any type of chatbot back in the day will help you reply when somebody was sending you a DM on social media. That was AI. AI didn't start and die with ChatGPT. ChatGPT was a better version. It was user-friendly and you didn't have to be technical. So what ChatGPT brought to the market is that now you don't have to be technical to utilize AI. You have just to think, and if you know how to think and create, you can enhance what you have. AI cannot help you if you have no business skills, no idea, no product to sell, no platform, and you don't know what to do, and you start learning AI. It's not going to help you. Go back to the foundation first. Figure out what you've been called to do. Figure out what comes to you naturally. Then you add AI. Then you're going to be able to study AI the way you're supposed to. But if you try to jump on Claude and then jump on ChatGPT and say like, oh no, let me use Midjourney. Oh no, let me use, Canva AI, you're going to start learning how to utilize it, but to do a little bit more of nothing that you are doing already. So I really want to get you into think about AI to create something. Okay? So that's very, very important. I was watching some authors, the other day. It was like, okay, I'm utilizing AI, but I don't know how to utilize it in my daily life. AI is supposed to help you. What I'm going to do is that I'm about to teach you, not in this episode, I'm about to drop another episode very soon on my English podcast, because now I have two podcasts, one in English, one in French. And on my English podcast here, I will do what I did earlier a few months back with, more updated tools and AI agent. There's a difference between AI tools and AI agent. AI tools, that's when you utilize, your brain to be able to use some AI tools to make something better. AI agent is that you become a project manager. and an AI agent become the person, I mean, I can call it a person who's going to execute what you want to do for your business. So, for example, if you have a business and, for example, like people need to call you to book event or to book you or to book your services, there is AI tools who can answer the phone for you, book, rebook, and make sure that you get paid on the phone before you will never pick up the phone. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Not just transforming yourself into a cartoon and stuff like that. Because like what the real version of yourself we are doing before. So don't use AI just to want to shock people or when you go viral. Because even if you go viral, do you have your YouTube account, your Facebook or Instagram account or TikTok account in a position where you can monetize the views? Because you cannot go viral every day. So some AI to, you know, with Banana Pro and stuff like that can help you if you utilize what's going on in the news, can help you go viral, maybe one time, maybe a second time. But so your business model is going to be try to go viral with something was just flashy or sensational through AI, or your job is to create to a career, something long term, a business model that you can scale is based on your expertise, not based on you know, try to go viral or something sensational. Oh my God, I'm going to do that. No, you have to make sure that you can position yourself to create a business out of it. Okay? To create a business out of it. So we're going back to the foundation first. What is your business? What is your gift? What can you do for free? And people will pay for it. So when you get back to that, I want you to create what we call a digital headquarters. So a website. Okay, I know a lot of people got Linktree, all your social media, that's cute, but you need a website. Social media is not your platform. Social media, you're renting. So if you're renting that platform, you have to make sure that now, listen to that term, lead and conversion. Online, if you don't have leads and you cannot convert, you do not have a business. And you know, I see so many people trying so hard, especially now. Some people can do it who are very skilled to be able to grow audience organically. But for me, with the experience, I've been on Facebook since May 2008, so I've been there, you know, for a little while in the game. So for you to be able to monetize your expertise, what I will recommend is for you to use the law 288. The law 288, it means that before you talk about anything else, you have to do this for 6 months. You know, create a piece of content, most of the time a video. Now with Opus Pro and, you know, so many different software doing it now, even StreamYard doing it, YouTube start doing it, how to get a long form video and cut it in multiple pieces of content. So the best thing I've been teaching is that you create one video, boom, okay? Let's say, you know, good, I mean, like 20 minutes. A 20-minute video, and you cut that 20-minute video into 20 clips. That's just, you know, some numbers, 20 clips. Those 20 clips is that now from that one piece of video, you have this long form that you're going to post on YouTube. If you can, create a podcast, create another version for the audio and do the distribution in 15 different audio platforms, okay? And then you take those 20 reels and you repurpose those reels automatically. You can do that with Opus Pro automatically to release that into this platform. Facebook Reel, Instagram Reel. So you have a Facebook page and a Facebook profile. So 2 on Facebook, 1 on Instagram, 1 on TikTok, 1 on YouTube Short, and 1 on LinkedIn. So that one piece of content, Reels, is in a distribution in 6 platforms. And I want you to repeat that every 3 days. So every 3 days, it means that in 7 days, you reproduce that 3 times is 18. Okay? So you just release 18 pieces of content across 6 platforms one time. You understand what I'm saying now? So what you do now, we're going to do some math, okay? It's very important for you to understand that, because this is something I've been teaching for a long time, even before, I used to do that manually, so pray for people teach that years ago. It was very important. So what happened is that 18, okay? So that's in 1 week, 18 pieces of content. So when you multiply that, 18 pieces of content in 1 week, in 1 month, is 72 pieces of content in 1 month. 72 pieces of content. If you multiply 72 by 3, you got 216 pieces of content in 3 months. You see, but 216 pieces of content in 3 months. If you do that the next 3 months, you got 432 pieces of content in 6 months. And all you have to do is to release a 20-minute video a week. Can you do that? Of course. So it's 20 minutes of work with a system. You do that, and Opus Pro can do that automatically. So you really have to figure out how to work 20 minutes a week, and you can reproduce that amount of content all across the platform. Now, I don't even talk about podcasts. If I could talk about podcasts, you multiply that thing, because on podcasts now, with the company I use, you have 15 different platforms where people have access. Okay? So if you add that long form that you put on podcast, okay, you add 15 other platforms on top of that. So if you do that every week, it's 15, okay, every week, so once a week for 15 by 4, you have 60 pieces of content, everywhere on audio. So if you have 60 pieces of content on audio, multiply that by 3, you have 180 pieces of content available on podcast. Come on. In 3 months. So multiply. So if you have 320 pieces of content on podcast for 6 months and 432 on social media, do you think that it's going to be hard for you to be recognized? And I want you to study. I'll give you the game now. I want you to study the analytics, where people listen to it the most, when people respond to you, what they're saying. And from that point, now you create a product, a service. Because now you have an audience who listen to you, they grow with you, they trust you. At that moment, bam! Now you frappe the offer. As I speak in French, you frappe, you drop an offer, and then you're going to have some results. That's it, guys. That's the best way I can tell you how to make it happen. That's the best way. This is really how you can make it happen. So I know that I say a lot in that short period of time, but now that you know, what are you going to do? Now that you know, what are you going to do? Now you say, okay, I listen to what Coach Darcy said. It makes so much sense. But you know what's so crazy? Even if what I'm saying makes so much sense, only 10% of people who listen to this are going to do it. You know why? Because it's so much responsibility. So much stuff is on you. Say, oh my God, those numbers. Can I do it? Yes, I just told you. I just gave you the game. And what I just said is not hard. You have to change the story you're telling yourself. It's not hard at all. And what I'm going to do, next week I will create like a video version of that. And I will use my whiteboard somewhere in my office. And I will break it down on a whiteboard. And then you will understand with all the names. And that's going to become a classic on the internet that people can utilize. And you need to do that. You need to take the time to build your audience. And on top of that, when you're doing this, while you're doing this, I want you to start doing webinars. If you can do webinars once a month while you're building that, I guarantee you in 6 months, with 6 webinars doing this, and then with a call to action. So call to action, with all that, you need to have what we call a CRM, a content relation manager, to capture the email, and then utilize AI to write sequence of the email and send it. I just gave you, what I just gave you, some people pay $1,000 to get it. Because it's one thing for me to tell you or to show you what AI tools can do, but that's another thing for me to give you the game. I just gave you a game for free. So can you imagine if you now go to reformationleadership.com and you make the investment to buy one of my courses, and then you have access to me on a Zoom where I can break down and we can customize your global monetization system of your content in multiple languages globally outside the United States. I'll tell you guys, I've been doing this since 2002. What I'm talking about is 2002 now is what, 24 years in the United States, globally since 1992, since I was 14 years old. Go to my website, just, download my book, it's on audio, and you can, listen to my testimony, my story, man. You understand why I think the way I think and how I was able to do that globally for so long. So if you have been touched by what I just said and you say, you know what, man, I never heard so much information in under 20 minutes. And, I want to change the way I'm doing podcasts. I don't even want to put like the intro and an outro. I just want to talk to you guys. I just want to talk to you, and so you can understand. So like, wow, man. Now I got, clarity. Now I have vision. Now I know exactly what to do. That's why I'm doing this, man. This is why I'm doing this. I want you to learn that so you can go to the next level. All right? So thank you so much. This is Darcy Ogandaga, CEO of True Media. What I will do, I will ask my robot to redo that episode, give more details, and you can catch it later. And what I will do, I will do a webinar at the end of this month, when I will just break down what I just said, but really break it down. When I say break it down, like break it down, seriously, so people can really understand the power to do this kind of stuff, man. It's life-changing. It's life-changing. But you have to know really how to do it. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Just make sure that you leave me a comment on this podcast. So it's going to help more people to listen to it. In 2026, this is a real launch of podcast. What I was doing for the last 2 years, I was testing certain things. But now we are in for real. And you're going to listen to me at least once a week, sometime more. Talk to you in a few days. Bye-bye.